Yeah, right over here is where that one came up and attacked me.
Little alcove there.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go go down below. If you want to come top water,
A lot better at casting. It's been a while since I fished.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Now I'm surprised you're the staff sergeant that you were with before. Are you really gonna call him?
Hey man, I figure not everybody's as crazy as me, so the odds beat that person as crazy as me, slim to none.
You'd be surprised. Look at all those bait fish right here in front of us.
A whole school of them.
Huh.
Those is minnows.
Yeah, there's minnows. I don't know what kind of bait fish they are. I just call them bait fish.
I was reading you can throw net.
You mean cast net?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a cast net down below me.
that mind boggles me how that works.
Good shit. If you know what you're doing.
I do not.
Oh, knock knock. Someone's home. I know you are. I know someone's home. Huh.
You want it. It's there for you.
I mean, we're only sitting in about 14 foot of water. We got a fish about 4 foot down right now, directly below us.
What is it?
I don't know. It's big.
Should be able to see that.
Probably a gar. About 4 foot down right below.
Still down there?
I got grass down below, or rocks. It looks, truthfully, looks like grass. And hell, Ben, it could have been anything from a carp to a crappie,
Yeah.
catfish just swimming along. There ain't no telling.
I figure 4 feet.
I know once we get out of this cove that we're gonna move positions. I'm gonna go a little further up lake.
Alright.
Because this is about as far as I've been on this lake.
Okay.
So we're in uncharted territory after this.
Good thing you were a con scout.
I got GPS. I'll follow my trail back to the dock.
Yeah, easy to get lost out here.
Yes. Well, when I first come out here, the very first time, I didn't have my GPS, my waymarks, running. And I was just going. And then I started thinking, oh fuck, how the fuck am I gonna get back to the dock?
You figure it out eventually.
So I pulled up fucking Google Maps.
Hell yeah. I've saved my ass plenty of times out hunting or fishing.
Man, the application that I want to get is Onyx Off-Road.
have it. On my login.
Dude, that would be outstanding.
I have the Onyx hunting, not the off-road, but
yeah, see, I need the off-road version.
the hunting tells you everything you need to know still. I have the 50 state one, so. And I was thinking about it, and it's like, wait a minute. It lets me log in on as many devices as I want.
Uh-huh. I mean, hell, it's just like me. I've got HBO.
Yep.
Fucking Netflix. Netflix isn't mine, that's someone else's.
I'm like the one person on the face of the earth that pays for their own Netflix. You got a snag or a bite?
That's definitely snagged in a rock.
Well, I'm in.
I don't know what it is. It's the fucking weight's gotten caught. Because all these rocks out here are nothing but shell. I'm just getting caught in little crevices. Okay, bring it. Let's go ahead and move it out. See if we can't find someplace else to go. Because I know there's some other places on this lake.
I'm up and in.
Stop. I get that. I do like cold water, but that's just because I've been out of the military so long. When I was in the military, I couldn't stand cold water. And I know it dehydrates you faster than tap water, room temperature, whatever you want to call it, but
I used to drink it. I used to have like a glass of water a week.
yeah, that's dude, wait till you get out and water starts giving you heartburn. Yes, water gives you heartburn. Just wait, it's coming. That is way too far for what I wanted. Perfect. And with him, what we're fixing to do, we're fixing to go back and cut around this entire cove to hit all this. So you'll be fishing from the other side too. And hell, we might even find a boat back here.
A boat?
It's a possibility. Shit happens.
Oh, I've been looking for one.
Fish or something below us. I don't know what it could be. Not very big. Truthfully, probably a bait school. See, I love it because most bass fishermen won't get back in here.
Oh, don't understand why.
Too shallow.
Yeah, if I was gonna pick a place to fish, it'd be something like this.
But I got a metal boat, dude. I'm going back here whether I like it or not. If I have to get out and push the boat off a fucking sandbar, I will.
Been there, done that.
I mean, we're only in about 6 foot of water. Something we do have to watch out for.
Snakes in the trees.
Oh, that ain't it. Spiders.
Oh yeah?
Look at all the spider webs on this branch right here.
Oh, that's a no for me, dog.
Big old spider on the branch right there.
Where's that? I'll get him.
Dead center.
I'll get him.
I wouldn't even fuck with him. I just let him be.
Snakes, anything.
I don't like spiders either, man. Don't feel bad.
Spiders are just dumb. Whoever thought they were a good idea, they were wrong. There's something, that's a pallet it looks like. What is that?
It is a pallet.
Concrete slab maybe?
Might be a part of a dock.
Yeah.
It is. It's a float from a dock.
Oh.
That's exactly what that is. Both of them.
Yeah. Real shallow through here.
Yeah, we're sitting in about 4 foot of water.
I could see like, sunfish would be good right here though.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it was this shallow up here.
There's tons of little fish in there though.
This would probably be a good place for evening fishing.
Something's running around over there.
Squirrel. Or woodpecker. There's a woodpecker on that tree right in front of us.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
An old pot down there.
That's one of the things I really can't stand is like the littering.
Well, I don't know if it's a pot or if it's...
Like a bait pot?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's something.
I don't know what it is. Weird. I'm just surprised at how clear this fucking water is, dude. Like, I'm not used to water this clear. Not in any of the lakes up here.
Really? This is murky compared to what I'm used to.
Now, if you really want a good place to swim, probably not for you. It's a bad idea.
I swim okay. I like getting in.
Well, it goes from shallow to deep in a split second.
That's fine. I can do that. Current's what really kills me.
Well, there's no current. That's a good thing. It's a quarry. Mead's Quarry down in South Knoxville.
Yes, I've heard about this place. You can, like, jump off of stuff and things.
Well, not anymore. Used to be able to. Back when I was younger.
I'm a big fan of cliff diving. Or rock jumping.
Yeah, they've had too many people die down there. So they've stopped it. A guy named Bobby Coffey jumped off the cliff face and ended up hitting a hidden shelf under the water.
Good.
And the problem is you don't see it.
I was gonna say, I guess, yeah, down here you probably don't see it. Where I was at, I mean, you can see 40, 50 feet into the water, no problem. Waterfalls were always my favorite to jump from, though.
Right. Another little bait school.
Yep.
Yeah, there's grass all through here.
I felt the stick. Like, we're setting the hook, boys.
Well, with these, like I said, you're gonna feel either two little taps, like literally back to back. And what I mean by taps, I mean it's gonna be like an actual tap. Or you're gonna feel it hit like a brick shit house and take off running.
Like, trout's probably the lightest hitting thing I've ever fished. I mean, even sunfish hit harder than trout I'm used to.
Wait till you catch yourself a bass. It'll change your entire aspect. Mainly because they're a game fish. I mean, they are straight up a game fish.
Predator.
They suck for eating, even though my buddy swears by them.
I've heard that they're, yeah, I guess that's part of the reason we never bass fished. None of us wanted to eat them. We've never had them. We didn't know how.
I mean, just a little bit of beer seed. Like beer batter.
You flay them, cook them whole.
Yeah. Beer batter them up, or you can even steak them up if you really want to. Depending on the size of the bass, of course.
Right.
I mean, they're not bad. They have a little bit of a gamey, fishy taste, and I don't like that. I like my fish to have a clean taste.
Yeah.
Like perch, whiting, salmon.
Your ocean fish, your white fish.
I mean, because a bass is in the perch family.
I'd love to try grouper. Would be real.
Dude, grouper is phenomenal.
I've heard a lot of people rant and rave.
It is a gamey fish, but it's not gamey like freshwater fish.
Right. I guess gamey and muddy often get confused.
Yes.
And I don't mind gamey as much as I do muddy.
And see, bass ain't even muddy. Muddy is catfish.
Yeah.
Slower, roll it real slow, slower than that. You're literally just let it tap on the ground. What it looks like is something on the ground staring up the mud like it's eating.
Oh, so okay, I'm feeling these little snags here. That's where I need to be.
Yes. You're gonna feel slight little taps, and that's that weight hitting the bottom, making noise and making disturbances. That's what you're looking for. You're gonna get hung up every once in a while. Usually should pop free.
Yep.
But sometimes you don't. And if you don't pop free, we'll get it back.
That's a huge difference like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you see how your bobber stop come off?
Push it down?
Yep, push it back down to the top of the thing. And if you come across a stick like this, instead of popping over it, just reel it. It should
Slide.
push right over the top of it and just let it drop. Once you get over it, just let it drop. Don't even reel. Because 9 times out of 10, that's when you're going to get your hit.
Okay. I can cast straight out here.
Oh yeah. You're weedless. And what you're going to do is just let it come right over the top of it.
Yep, and drop.
That's the great thing about these.
There's a snag. Got it. Pop.
And like I said, sometimes it just takes a slight little rod twitch and it'll come free. If it doesn't come free with a slight little rod twitch, then yeah, we need to go over there and unhook it. Something just rolled over.
Catfish roll, don't they?
Any fish rolls.
Okay.
What I mean by, I'm not talking about an actual roll. I'm talking about they'll come up to the surface and attack bait fish or whatever. That wasn't a fish, but that's what it's going to feel like.
I got the 2 little taps and I wasn't moving.
I mean, it could have been a fish.
I mean, money on what you said, just a little tap tap.
Yeah, exactly. It's not much. Not much at all.
Heavier than trout, I will say. If that was a bite, that's heavier than I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little heavier than a trout. But usually if you're hung up in the mud or anything like that, you can tell the difference between that and something actually hitting.
Yeah, that felt different.
Like you can feel it dragging across the ground. And normally what I do is if I get hung up a little bit, I'll put a little bit more force on the reel. And all that does is, if there is a fish there, they're going to pull back on it.
Yep.
But you'll be able to tell if it's just hung on the ground or if something has it in its mouth.
This is just bouncing on the bottom here.
Mm-hmm. That's all you do with it.
Well, we're moving good enough. I'm going right now, I swear it is.
And believe it or not, this is one of the best. If you go down to Florida, Georgia, whatever else, where there's a lot of lily pads, this is one of the best things to do right here.
I'm loving this. This is one of the better days. These bounces are going to take getting used to.
Yeah, see, now that we're moving a little bit, it's going to feel a little different than if we were just coasting. Like, I'll cast this one out real quick and let you feel it. I just had a little minnow chase my worm.
This is going great because we're moving just fast enough. It's bouncing across the bottom.
Reel in. You don't have to put your phone on it. Reel. Just super slow reel. All you gotta do.
Okay, so there's some bumps.
You feel the bumps I'm talking about?
Yep, there's one.
They're not saying the difference between your rod and mine.
Yep.
Mine, I can feel those bumps a little easier, where yours is wanting to pull the entire rod.
Yep, you feel it in the reel. I feel it in the whole rod.
Yeah. That's the reason I would advise you, when you get a chance, get you some better rods. If you want to learn how to cast a bait caster, I'll teach you.
I've done it ocean fishing.
Well, that's different than...
Yeah. I understand how they work, at least. I got a leg up there compared to somebody who's never seen one before.
And I mean, I'm not telling you to go out and spend $300 like I did on this one setup.
Yeah.
But I can promise you, this reel is going to be easier for someone that's new to bait casting, because it uses a digital microchip inside of it to control the brakes.
Oh.
So it checks the speed of the spool inside of here 1,000 times a second. Okay, and I never have to charge it, none of that. So no matter what I do,
Like take out that crane right there.
like it'll mess up, but it ain't gonna bird's nest.
Yeah.
Like, literally, all I do is just pull out. And this is, I mean, they're easier reels to learn.
Got Old Faithful down there. That thing is a trout slaying machine. That little ultralight, 5.5.
Man, truthfully, you know what I use for the rivers around here? A little dock demon.
What is that? Like a little 4.5, 5 footers?
Oh no, the thing's like 3 foot long. It's the little fishing rods like you get for kids.
Yeah.
Dude, I put those on a kayak, float down the river. Dude, I'll catch anything in that river. And they're strong, dude. They'll pick up a fucking catfish. Because they're made by Ugly Stick. Trust me, if you'll know when it's a fish, because they won't pop loose like that.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, that's staying real tight.
Or you'll just feel the line go completely slack.
Yeah, because it's running with it.
Yep. And that's when you got to reel as fast as possible to get tension back on the line, or else he's fixing to spit it.
Yep.
And that's the downfall with bass.
Salmon are like that too. Sturgeon, not so much because they have those real soft mouths. You get the big circle hooks in there. But I mean, sturgeon can jump. That's the crazy part with sturgeon.
You know, want to reel in, I'm going to move us around the corner here. And you can keep your feet in the water. I don't care about that. Get us off this flat right here, because there's nothing out. No cover for the bass, nothing. Exactly. Now if it was spawn, this right here can be fished.
Yeah.
All fucking day long. Like, we would not go anywhere else. We would fish this entire area 3 or 4 times. But it's not spawn. We're in that heat of summer. Yeah, we've also got a big old rock or tree right here in front of us. You can't really tell what it is. Looks like a tree.
Well, the minnows start jumping like that. There's something over there, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Plus, on top of that, this is a creek back here.
Oh, I love creek fishing.
So the fish are gonna be back here a lot more.
Because the smaller fish run up in here.
Uh-huh. I mean, hell, we're sitting in 9 foot of water.
It's pretty good.
And just...
Wife texted me, said, just checking that you're alive and your booty hole's not touched.
Look, just because I'm a Cow Scout doesn't mean I do that.
No, but...
That's the infantry more than it is the Scouts.
Random guy I met at some store.
Man, we'll have to get, you'll have to get a boat. I'll have to get my boat. And we'll all just have to go out to the fucking lake one day and fucking camp.
She won't go camping. I'll tell you that right now.
What?
No.
Ah.
She's a glamper, which is fine. You know, she supports my week-long endeavors of wilderness.
So in other words, she wants an RV.
She wants one bad. We can come to terms on one. Which she's really not unrealistic on her request, to be honest. She doesn't want anything crazy. Somewhere between 20 and 30,000 for a nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm in the.
And truthfully, man, hit up Facebook Marketplace. A lot of these people around here, since it's a tourist town, will buy them, put them up in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, keep them for a couple of years, rent them out, and then sell them.
Yep. I don't want one at all.
I get that. I don't either. I'd rather have a tent.
The only one so I almost bought one before we moved here, but I'd put in the application for Tennessee. It's called the Viking. 14-foot pull behind. My Tacoma could pull it. Weighed 1,200 pounds. Came factory on 33s, solar, off-grid entirely. It had an air conditioner, a heater, a 2-top stove, a pull-out toilet, a queen bed, and a fold-down bed. That was it.
Damn.
$16,000 brand new. It is your off-terrain, rugged, aluminum
Yeah, I know what
siding.
you're talking about. Yeah. One you pull behind a Jeep or...
Yeah, I wanted it for hunting because where I typically would elk hunt would be in 2 or 3 feet of snow up in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And like, while a fire's cool and all, it'd be nice to be warm. But it didn't have a bathroom and it didn't have a shower, which for me, oh well, you know, I'm out hunting, I don't care. But the nice middle ground would just get tore up from taking it hunting.
Yeah.
I guess that's not a big concern here, though.
Like, see, I've got a buddy of mine that owns Knoxville Vapor, and he does a lot of hunting. He actually bought some property up in Rogersville. It was, I want to say 20 or 30 acres, maybe more than that, I don't remember exactly. Didn't have any houses on it, nothing. He was literally just on the side of a hill, side of a mountain. He owned up and over the mountain. He'd go up there and catch shoot deer all day long.
See, that's some shit I'd do. If I didn't have a wife, I tell you right now, man, I'd probably have an industrial building. Call it a day. I got 6 trucks, all right? I need somewhere to put them.
Man, I got 1 vehicle, 2 kayaks, and this thing. And then my computer and shit like that. But.
I've never gotten into the computer and stuff. I got an Xbox.
Well, see, I used to have a PlayStation. I play the hell out of some Warzone.
I don't even know what that is.
Call of Duty.
Okay. I got the mobile app. I'm pretty decent at that.
I play the online
I think I'm on
Warzone.
rock.
Are you hung?
Nope.
Did you get free?
Pass me, let her drive.
But yeah, I mean, I play that a lot. Or I'll play Fortnite. It's like a battle royale style fight.
Okay.
Warzone, though, it is more military oriented.
Like accurately
For
for a video game.
For a video game. If you really want accurate, you go Tarkov.
Okay.
Which Tarkov is, I mean, it's about as accurate as it's going to get. You got Arma 3, and then you got the US Army's video game that they had, which was a joke. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Yeah, dude. The US Army started a video game.
They have an esports team you can enlist.
Oh, yeah. Just for the esports team.
Correct. And that's all you do. You play sports.
You play video games. I don't get it.
Hey, you know what? Modern age, and I'm telling you right now, think about it. If you were to come in or even go to transfer, like, say you did your 4 years, Cav Scout, who would kill shit. Oh, you're really good at this video game. Here's a $50,000 extension bonus. Your entire job is to do PT and play video games.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they wouldn't have, my platoon sergeant wanted me out of the military. The reason being, and it's because he called me a shitbag 98% of the time.
Well, were you a shitbag?
No.
Okay.
I did what I was supposed to do, but the thing is, I respected the position, did not respect the man. Does that make sense?
Very much so. I deal with that frequently, especially in recruiting.
And I don't have a problem with anybody, but if they show me respect, they're gonna get respect.
I got a sergeant major in Oregon. His crowning achievement is that he became a recruiter when he was an E3.
Oh Jesus. E3?
E3. He got hired on a recruiting assistant and has never left. He is now a operations manager.
The fuck?
I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
He could be a senior enlisted by the senior. I mean, there's a CSM. That guy's a fucking joke. I don't wish ill on anybody, but that guy's gonna get shot in the face. I'm not gonna feel bad. He's out there ruining lives, man.
I get that wholeheartedly.
I mean, 612s to drive production. Watch him tell a guy, you should probably worry less about seeing your kid and how you're gonna feed and worry more about how you're gonna feed your kid.
Yeah.
Showed up, same guy, he fired him for an integrity violation.
Look at the turtle.
What kind of turtle is that?
Just a regular turtle.
Can I have it?
If you can catch him, he's gone.
But single dad, got a toddler. He's 3 or 4 years old. Babysitter wasn't available till 10. So took his kid to work with him and drove home to drop his kid off with the babysitter on a Saturday. Fired him for an integrity violation because he was not at his office when he was supposed to.
Wow.
I have filed 2 complaints in my military career, both of them against this individual. Just fucking.
See, that's people like that is what ruined me for the military. I love the military. I do. I love the camaraderie. I mean, the joking with each other aside.
Yeah.
I love the camaraderie and everything else, but man, it was high school all over again.
Yeah, it was like being on a varsity sports team.
Yes. Yes.
Unless you were in support, and then you hated your life because you were a weird kid.
Yep. And see, I've never been into sports. I hate sports.
I wrestled for 12 years, so I was a nationally ranked wrestler. So that's all I ever did growing up was wrestle and work on cars.
See, I hate sports with a passion. Unless baseball. Now, I love me some baseball.
I played baseball too, but when I got into high school my freshman year, the baseball coach and the wrestling coach had me in their office. And my wrestling coach goes, son, some people are good at 2 sports and some people should wrestle year round. I said, okay, point received.
That's his way of telling you you suck at other sports. You just need to wrestle.
The shitty part was I wasn't bad at baseball. It just, I don't know, I'm a very hands-on person. I really like that one-on-one challenge.
Yeah.
At baseball, I just didn't care for it. You know, it was fun to be out there. I liked the camaraderie, but it just wasn't, my heart wasn't in it, you know?
I get that.
And I had a real shot. I mean, I turned down a partial scholarship and stuff to, and I quote, blow shit up with my friends in the Army. Good?
Yeah.
Moving too fast.
I just wasn't expecting. I didn't set my feet.
Another turtle. Something's floating on the surface over there.
I think that's part of that tree.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I think. I could be wrong. We'll come by, when we come back through, we'll check it. I'm just enjoying the scenery right now.
It's gorgeous out here, man.
See, that's the reason I like this. I mean, even if we're not catching anything, we're having fun. We're having good conversations.
A bad day fishing's better than the best day at work. There's a gar. You see it?
Yep. No, that's a bass.
That is?
Those are 2 bass right there in front of us.
Right there?
You just scared them. Okay. Yeah, right there.
You're not supposed to drop the bait on their head?
No.
No, bad.
Drop in front of them. Watch. He's following it. Whether or not he's going to take it.
Yours?
No, they're still right there though. They're not coming from me. But yeah, those are bass, dude. Those aren't gar.
So where would you cast at? So I'm going to shoot for that. Yeah.
Cast in front, just like where I did. Go ahead and cast over there. Now, there's going to be rocks right through there.
Okay.
So you're going to feel taps.
Yep, heavy taps.
But that's not a fish. They're not eating.
Okay.
But yeah, those were bass, brother. I seen the lateral line on the side of them.
Yeah, I'm still working on my fish ID.
It could have been spotted bass. The spotted bass and a largemouth look exactly the same.
It just, when I think of bass, I think of fat fish.
Mm-hmm.
And so it looked narrow.
Well, you gotta remember, this is right after spawn, and this is still considered summer months, so they're not gonna be fat. Winter months is when they're gonna get fat.
Okay.
Leading up to spawn.
Yeah, when I think of a bass, I think of a, you know, nice fat fish, your gar and stuff. I think of as your long, narrow. I apologize for spoofing the fish.
No, you're fine. It's not a big deal, man. I'm just saying, by all means, cast in there. You get him?
No, that was something different though. I hadn't felt that before. There was a tap that held tension and kind of moved. You snagged?
Yeah. Kind of figured it was gonna happen. You keep fishing. I'm gonna just slowly roll in here. I'm not so worried about me. I already caught a fish today. You haven't. See, I'm free already.
I haven't caught a fish in a long time.
That's all right. We'll get you on some fish. It might take a minute.
June 28th was the last time I caught a fish.
Like I said, we'll get you on some fish.
Folks crashing around over there. That's big, whatever it was.
Oh, there's bears out here, so that probably could be a bear.
It was tan.
Could be a deer.
It looked a little big to be a deer.
Could be a mountain lion.
According to TV, whatever, there's no mountain lions in Tennessee.
There is. They're not mountain lions, they're pumas.
That's the same thing.
I know, but
well, according to them, you don't. The biggest cat you guys have wildly is
bobcat.
Bobcat.
Yeah. There has been reported sightings from the TWRA in the Great Smoky Mountains of pumas.
Yes, and that's what I would believe. I would.
Now down here, not so much.
Unless there's a cattle ranch or something around your cabin.
Yeah, now.
I'd find it hard to believe that there's a big cat down here, but I grew up like, you guys got to worry about snakes and spiders and shit. We had to worry about bears and cats.
See, down here we got to worry about snakes, spiders, and scorpions.
Scorpions.
Yes, we have scorpions.
I've dealt
and
with
they're the
those.
little bastards. The ones that can fuck you up.
Not a fan of the scorpion.
Truthfully, I'd rather deal with camel spiders than scorpions.
Oh, those mean fuckers?
Hey, at least a camel spider's not going to inject you with venom.
It's going to numb you and eat your way.
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility.
I don't call them camel spiders for nothing. Polarized lenses thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a snag.
Caught?
Yeah. Nope, we're free. We're good. Just need more
Free?
time.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, pull it back in. Your hook tip might be exposed.
Okay, I just got snagged in some weed.
You want to, every once in a while, check the hook tip on your hook.
Make sure it's under.
Make sure it's underneath the plastic. The great thing about these, like I said, they're almost impossible to fuck up.
It's like my frog.
Sort of.
Well, that other one I have is a floating frog. The hooks are recessed.
Yeah, once we can get you into a bait caster like this, and get you proficient with it, man, you'll be catching a lot more fish. It's hard to believe how many fish I've caught with a bait caster because it's more accurate.
You can really whip it where you need it.
It's easier to use.
Well, I'll tell you, there's pretty much, outside of holidays and drill weekend, I'm always down to go fishing.
Like I said, man, if you'll meet up with me somewhere around Clinton Highway area.
Yeah, too easy.
We'll fucking hop in the Jeep. We'll go talk to my buddy and we'll go fish on the ponds around him. And we'll put you on some fish. It might not be big fish, but it's fish.
Got to get rid of any expectations I have because this is not the West Coast and this is not ocean fishing.
Yeah. I mean, there is some big fish in that pond. Don't get me wrong. My buddy hooked into a 6-pounder.
Bass?
Yes. Which is a pretty good size fucking
That would
fish.
snap my line.
Yeah, like I said, dude, I run 12-pound tests. That's 12-pound fluorocarbon. The reason I run fluorocarbon is because it disappears underwater. Like, you cannot see it at all.
Nope.
Plus, on top of that, fluorocarbon's a little bit more abrasion resistant with all these rocks that are in the water. It doesn't stretch. Yeah, I never understood this whole bite zone thing until I started fishing. Because the bite zone changes depending on terrain.
Okay.
Like here, the bite zone is pretty much right in front of us. It's pretty much right where the drop off begins. Ooh. What's that?
You on something?
I don't know what the fuck I hit, dude, but something hit my bait hard. Could have been a rock, truthfully.
To me, it just looks like a nice swimming hole back here.
Yeah. All right, what I'm gonna do, you're gonna cast between this tree. Just go ahead and cast straight over that log. I'm gonna cast this side of the log.
We'll redo that.
That's cool.
Practice run.
We're gonna try to fish this tree out as much as possible.
Okay.
Because this looks like bass heaven. Bass, crappie, something.
Maybe a turtle, who knows?
You can catch turtles too. If you get caught up in it, it's cool. Like I said, we'll get you out.
Yeah. Bounces, nope.
It's a great thing about having a weedless hook.
You on?
Yeah, on a branch. I'm free. You keep fishing that.
Kind of jigging it at this point because we're on top of it.
Well, I'm fixing to pull us off of it. I'm just not trying to stir up the water too bad.
Come back to it. Come back to it. I think bass are a lot harder to catch than trout.
Yes.
Trout are down. They're stopped.
Bass are a sight fish. They have great eyesight.
So you gotta stay far enough away, you don't spook them
To catch them. Because they can see us before we see them.
Oh, absolutely.
Very easily. I still can't believe how clear the water is, dude.
Oh, I can see all the way to the bottom. That way when Jaws tries to get me, I know what it is. sunfish down here.
I mean, like I said, fishing, bass fishing. I don't know how the pros do it. You'd be able to catch a fish every cast, but
I think it's planted, honestly.
I mean, they might pay the bass. Yeah, just bite the hook.
Well, I have a theory about that. I think a lot of these places are private stock kind of things. A lot of, at least the TV shows part.
The what?
The TV shows. I think a lot of them are just private stock.
Yes and no. I am going to take a break for a minute, though.
Right on the back of the boat's where it's at, man.
I'll have to carry where I'm at on the boat. How much on the boat?
The back's great. You drop it in and the boat pulls enough to drag it.
Like I said, at this point, I don't care. Boat's boat. I'm just going to sit down for a second and grab me some water. Yep. And they're not even bad yet.
Not that we know of.
Yeah.
I was a young sergeant for a long time without a wife.
I mean, I get that.
Crazy to think this year I've been an NCO for over half my military career.
I never made it to NCO.
I never thought I was going to. I've been busted down once, but...
Well, see, at Fort Stewart, in 2-7 infantry, to gain any type of NCO rank, you have to gain an Article 15. You have to receive one. They gave a complete and total shitbag an Article 15. And not even 2 weeks later, he gained a sergeant.
Solid.
No, I'm good, brother. Thank you, though. I mean, it's bullshit. People like me that kept their head down, did what the fuck they were told to do, learned what he had to learn, the whole 9 yards. I mean, granted, my PT score wasn't the greatest. I mean, I wasn't going to I did the bare minimum when it comes to PT test. Just because, why push myself past the point that I need to stop at? Does that make sense? That's why my sergeant called me a shithead.
It's the only way to get promoted, though. Get a DUI,
yeah,
get a PT score.
Yeah, DUI, or just Article 15 in general. Doesn't matter if it's DUI. And ace your PT score with a perfect 300. I know they changed the PT, didn't they?
It's fucking miserable. Stupid easy to pass. You don't have to drive. The bare minimum is damn near walking. I'm 26. I get 2140 on my 2 mile.
Oh, what I was at.
That's the pass.
Yeah. I mean, just speed walk.
Yeah.
But I think my fastest time on 2 mile was 13:30, I think it was. It was between 13 and 14 for 2 miles. That was my fastest time. That was in Iraq. And that's with my sergeant, Sergeant Donald Slaughter, literally riding my ass every day. Like my platoon sergeant wouldn't allow us to wear the ACH.
The combat shirts?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to wear them because I was a fat kid, according to him.
Those combat shirts are shit.
So pretty much my entire year in Iraq, I was not allowed to wear one, where everyone else was. Finally, I passed my PT test, got down to a reasonable weight. Like I passed my weight and my tape. He goes, by all means, wear it all you want.
Well, you're that far into it already.
I mean,
that's fucking stupid though, because as a leader,
yeah,
there's going to be special cases, right? But
oh yeah.
a standard is a standard.
I mean, there's always, if you make one person do it, everybody should have to.
That's how the rest of the Army works. Why not?
And now, granted, I've talked to my sergeant since we both got out, and he's apologized. Like, he apologized big time to me and another soldier. Another soldier, dude, he destroyed that kid's career. Kid made a simple mistake and got him kicked out of the military.
I'm a big fan of sweat equity.
Yes, I get it wholeheartedly.
Because I will work you till you puke before I put it on paper.
But, like, Carney was being bullied bad. Where the point Carney started to snap, he locked on a kid. And instead of trying to figure out why he did it, he sent him to Leavenworth. Destroyed the kid's career. When, I mean, you can only take so much before you snap. I mean, he was a good kid, 21 years old. He's out of the military and out of Leavenworth now.
That's good.
But he locked on a kid. He never shot him. He charged his weapon right in the middle of a rack.
Were they just hazing him to that point?
Oh, dude, it was bad. Now, granted, I hazed him a little bit.
There's a level of fuckery.
But, I mean, I consider Carney a friend.
Right.
But the only reason I hazed him is because we caught him fucking his mattress.
Yeah, he had no one coming.
Like, we literally caught him fucking a hole in his mattress.
Haze away, yeah.
But, I mean, there's a point where, because, I mean, the kid, he was that derpy looking kid that is a 21-year-old virgin, the whole 9 yards, never been with a woman. They just picked on him hardcore. They put him in a room with two other guys. One once, like, literally shouldn't have even been in the military to begin with. All he kept saying is once he leaves the military, he's going to join the French War and leave. Because he just wants to be mercenary. And I'm just like, dude, why? I mean, I get it. You want to go out and kill things. Be a hunter.
Yeah. We're going to have that conversation a lot. Because I've been off with contracting gigs before. And you keep saying, that's not what it is. PSD,
It's security.
It's totally different. Mercenaries are just designed to kill people. That's their entire job. Like, do I want to kill people? No, not at all. But
now, mercenaries can be used for security details, but it's nothing like. See, I got my ex-fiance's brother met some guy in jail, okay, and this guy was in there for laundering money or something like that. His accountant laundered money, but it was in his name, so he went to jail too.
Yeah.
So he hired Chris to be his personal security, as his head of security. Offered and gave him cars and all this other shit. Now I've got my license to carry. It's not with me. It's in the Jeep. Kind of worried because I didn't put the top on the Jeep. I did lock it up, but it is what it is. I'm telling you to do.
I tried to transfer mine and they laughed at me and said, "Welcome to America."
When did that change? Because the last I heard, that law failed in Congress.
Constitutional carry state.
Oh shit. Huh. I know Ohio's that way. Like I said, I know Ohio's like that. It is legal to carry, you just have to carry over.
You'll carry all you want to carry.
When it's pointless for me to have a fucking license.
Yep. You can still get a permit, which if I wanted to like carry at work per se, I'd have to get a permit.
At work, well, with your talking about at the military, yeah, that's different. But in the state of Tennessee, I don't have to have a permit to carry any job. We have something called a castle doctrine.
Okay.
Castle doctrine states that our home and our place of employment, as long as your place of employment is okay with it, is an extension of your home. That being said, we're allowed to have a firearm in our home. No problems, right? Then why the hell can't we have one in our car? Why the hell can't we have one on us at work? I worked, like, you can have that gun fully loaded in the car. On the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And nobody can say a fucking word to you. Now granted, you're going to get hassled by the cops. Just keep your hands where they can see them, explain them your constitutional right. A lot of cops don't care.
Especially down here.
I mean, that's just the way the castle law is. An extension of your home, so you can carry in your home, you can carry in your car. Now, you can even carry from your car to your work, from your car into your house, or vice versa. But you cannot carry anywhere else outside of your car without a valid license, valid permit. That's what I call a license. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we considered handgun license is what it was.
Yeah. And now they've turned it into an enhanced carry permit, and then you can get a regular carry permit. And that's the last I heard. So I didn't know anything about switching to constitutional carry now.
When I came in October, I went down to Knox County, tried to transfer my Oregon CHL to here, concealed handgun license. He kind of laughed at me and said, "What? He goes, well, you a felon?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Then carry however you want, wherever you want, as long as it's legal."
Yeah.
I was like, "So I can conceal carry, no issue all days, as long as it's not in a federal building, yeah."
And any place that has a sign on the door that says you can't carry. I mean, same rules apply as anywhere else, but I do know in South Carolina, do not carry in South Carolina, period. I don't care if you got a carry license to carry or not.
Why?
They have no reciprocity with any other states. To carry a handgun in South Carolina, you have to have their license. I know, I just got back from there. I went down to Fort Jackson. Man, I'm telling you right now,
I hate that place.
I have never laughed as hard in my life as when I sat there and watched a drill sergeant ask a private to do something.
Private, will you?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Say what?
I'm like,
was it a real drill sergeant?
Yes,
like,
it was brown round and everything, dude. It wasn't a cadre.
My
like
brain,
straight up brown round.
It's not.
I know. I was like, because I'm parked at the stoplight, and they're in the middle of a, lack of a better word, an obstacle course.
Yeah.
But it was more of like the obstacle course where you have to crawl with your fake gun. And,
oh yeah, all that crap.
I mean, it wasn't a major obstacle course like what we used to play with
right
in the actual infantry and scout schools. But I'm just like, wait a second. Did that drill sergeant literally just ask that private to do something?
My buddy's a drill down at Benning, and he came from JBLM, so he's been around a hot minute. He's got 2 years on me, so 12 years active duty, 4 or 5 deployments.
Yeah.
You know, airborne. Started out airborne infantry, mech infantry. He's been kind of coast to coast. He's got some really good experience. Fantastic NCO. He volunteered for drill sergeant, thinking, you know, he would genuinely be able to be a drill sergeant. He cannot wait to get out of there.
Oh yeah.
He said TRADOC, and I quote, is fucking failing these infantrymen, if you can even call them that.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, infantry scout, they're all at Benning, right?
Oh yeah, they're all the same now.
So he said that you can't yell at them, you can't swear at them, you can't reprimand them. He goes, one of
The
these
shark
kids,
attack is gone.
he said one of these kids is going to get to 101st and fucking kill himself.
Yeah. Like, we thought Carney was going to kill himself, dude. They got to that point just because he wasn't used to the way an actual sergeant will. I mean, a sergeant's going to demand authority. It's an authority figure.
And it's on them to earn that respect, to back their rank.
Yes.
As a leader, that is your job,
like,
to ensure that.
My best friend, even to this day, the guy I was telling you about that works for UPS, he was a sergeant in the military. When I first met him, he was PSC. And I was there through his entire thing where he went to sergeant. And even as a sergeant, he was still down to earth with us. I mean, if we did him wrong, of course, he would correct us.
So when I took over, when I got promoted the first time, I took over a mortar guys that had more time in country than I had in the military. And that was like my biggest mental block was these are people I look up to. These are people who trained me. Why am I in charge of them now?
Yep.
They didn't give a shit. They didn't want to get promoted. That's what it came down to.
Yep.
And so having that conversation of, look, you guys know what you're doing. I'm just the responsible signing party at this point. My entire job is to cease fire when necessary. And it worked really well, man. I mean, when I got guys that are fucking tabbed and scrolled with CIBs that are 30 years old, they went to the Guard because they just didn't want to play Army anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main reason I joined the Guard. And it's not because, like, I did it for the health benefits.
Yeah, honestly.
I didn't want to get out of the military. I wanted to keep some of my benefits, but I didn't want to do it every day, all day. I was done with it. And like I said, I mean, I love the military.
Whoa, freshwater clams.
Oh yeah, dude. Where was that at?
Floating.
Floating?
Yeah, it's a little baby, but there's freshwater clams here.
Oh yeah. There's mussels too.
I'm not a huge clammer. I like clam chowder. I don't typically like actual plain old clams.
Well, with the mussels, you got to be careful because some of them are an invasive species.
Yes. We had those.
Zebra mussels.
We didn't have those. It's crazy in Oregon. Anything 10 feet or higher or longer, you have to. So a kayak, right? A 10-foot kayak. You gotta have an invasive species permit and a motor boater license.
Yep. You have to have a registry.
Yep. That's ridiculous.
I get that.
You get a paddleboard, now I gotta have an invasive species license.
Ohio was the same way. Luckily, in the state of Tennessee, you can have a kayak as long as it doesn't have a motor on it. Like, you can have pedal power.
Yeah.
Because that's human power. But as soon as you turn it into a battery operated or gas operated, you have to have a license. You have to have it registered. You huh?
So what's crazy is you can have a 9-foot John boat with a trolling
that was a
motor
good
on it.
fucking cast.
And you're not required to have a license, endorsement, and registered.
Where?
Oregon.
Oh.
So it's a 5-horse or less does not require a boater's license. Under 10 feet doesn't require permits. So my buddy's got a 9-foot John boat with a 5-horse motor on it that we duck hunted out of.
Fuck.
Snagged on that log.
Something else. Oh yeah. We're fixing to get really tricky with it.
Just along for the ride.
Well, if you look real close right here,
there's the drop off.
it's actually not a drop off as much as it is a crack in the bedrock.
Oh, like a crevice kind of thing going on?
That's exactly what it is.
That's what it knows.
Because I just dropped down to...
Oh, dude. What is that? And my eyes are fucking with me. Looks like a catfish sitting there.
I wouldn't doubt it. We just dropped down from 5 feet to 8 feet. Right in the center of this crevice. Well, I'm not even in the crevice anymore.
Worried one of these gar are gonna come bite my little toes off.
That's a possibility. Downfall is I'm getting into shallow fucking water.
See that?
I'll have to lift my trolling motor up. Possibly.
Yeah, this crevice is wild, dude.
Got it. Haha!
Got it?
Yep. Now I gotta get us out of here. Yeah, straight up just a crevice, dude.
It's like a catfish over me.
Yep. Where?
We're gonna sit snag up right there.
Oh.
I'm
gonna troll us around this corner over here. Yeah, that's what I thought was holes and whatnot. I think it was just crevices. Because like I said, all this is slate. When they filled this up, like there's parts of some of these reservoirs, like Douglas has an actual village underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Town.
Yeah. Right.
Well, there's actually one of these lakes, Lake Ontario, has an actual cemetery. Every once in a while, bodies will float up.
Yeah, when they're named them.
Yeah, they don't really pop the spillways too much often around here.
Well, we do.
Ooh, that's a big old stick.
Had glacier runoff, so all the fresh water.
Yeah.
And so they'll spill last year's fall time. End of summer, kind of when we know the snow is about to hit, we're gonna get some restock.
Look at that.
Snag right here.
Upside down tree right in front of us.
Yeah.
That might be why we're not catching any fish over here too.
All the birds that flew out of here.
That guy right there, that camera, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Nope.
Pretty much, as I call it, the submarine bird.
Yeah, you're gonna go get that bass better than you can.
Yep. Only bird I've ever seen that will literally dive. Besides the pink one. But stay in the water.
Oh yeah, they'll go in 2-3 minutes. Especially like pelicans.
Yeah.
Peak summertime we would get pelicans. We'd be out there fishing in the bay.
Something's jumping over here.
Clean the fish right there, toss them over. You know, we'd be coming in and fishing and have 200-300 birds following us.
Right.
Especially tuna fishing.
Yeah.
I had a seal jump on the boat before. I fucking hate sea lions. You got fishing, look into a salmon, fish drop some babies. So the real man.
See, that happens a lot with sharks too. I mean, don't get me wrong, sea lions are a natural thing we eat, but at the same time, they need to be. That is a sandbar and a half. Now I can actually see it. Sorry, I'm trying to get us out of the wind again. It's just starting to make it. That's good for food.
My wife goes out there and tells me, eat a Coke.
There's a difference,
Once you get in that water,
but you're not going to stay in that water.
peak of August, you know, about 10-15 minutes that can dry off. Get the hypothermia.
See, down here the water's nice and warm, but you get out and you freeze.
I mean, this is the warmest water I've ever felt. I think it's the Gulf Shores and stuff get even warmer.
Yeah, fucking Florida Gulf and whatnot, down Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, all them, it stays pretty warm down there because it's shallow water.
Yeah, my folks go down there quite a bit. My dad, his wife.
Like, it's super shallow water. I mean, you got to remember the Gulf of Mexico, the deepest spot's only about 100 feet.
There's a lake deep down there.
This lake is deeper than that. So, it's not like it's super deep water like off the Atlantic or Pacific.
Yeah, where we'll go out and it's on coming to drop a line 1,000 feet.
Exactly. Down there, you have to go 6 or 7, 8 miles offshore before you even start getting into deep water.
We could still see the bay, and we had 1,000 feet of line down plenty of times. I would say tuna fishing, we got out there quite a bit. I mean, we were 15, 20 miles out.
And truthfully, it might be too hot for us to catch any fish right now.
Really?
It does happen. I mean, it's weird. Now, if it was overcast, if there was clouds all in the sky, dude, we'd be tearing fish up right now. Tearing them.
The rain was always good for fishing.
Well, see, up here, rain is bad for fishing.
It rained so much that it would push all the bugs down on the water. The fish would just go wild.
Now, there is 2 times a year down here, or once a year down here, that you don't even have to fucking put a lure on your line. You get a, it's called May bug season.
Oh.
It's already ended now. But dude, it gets so bad, it looks like you can't see it. You can drive through it and you're literally, it's like a swarm of locusts.
I've never seen locusts before.
Well, I know you've seen like, you ever watched the movie The Mummy?
Yeah.
Remember the plague?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Yeah. You catch one of them, again, they don't bite you. They can't bite you at all.
Big, aren't they?
The mayflies. They can't bite you at all. But they live their entire life underwater until they're ready to mature. And then they literally come out for one day, mate, and then they go back into the water.
That's the best day of the year to fish.
Yes. And Helgramites, which is what their larvae are,
Yeah.
dude, fish love them. It looks like a little centipede with a pincher on the front of it. Fish will tear them the fuck up.
Crickets have always done well for me. Grasshoppers, crickets, whatever you call them. Put like the smallest fish I have on there. Flop them out. Panfish go crazy over them.
Actually, in my tackle drawer, I've got salmon eggs.
Is working? Lakes?
Yeah, sometimes. Mainly for bluegill. Nothing drastic.
In fact, salmon like salmon eggs.
Oh yeah, I know. Problem is catching salmon down here.
We did a lot of, we used tuna and tuna belly.
I mean, that shit raw. They can have the innards. That fatty layer right there at the bottom, they ain't getting that shit. No sir.
Can't keep them off the line, brother.
Oh, the salmon?
Yeah.
I get that, but that's like throwing away a filet mignon.
Tuna's so common. Tuna's cheaper than salmon next time.
I get that. Just, I can't do it. I love tuna too much. Especially fucking sushi tuna. That raw tuna belly.
Yeah.
Dude, fresh right off the freaking fish. You can't beat that.
What are those? You take them out the Pacific coast down in Mexico.
Mahi?
No, they're not a tuna. They're bright fish. Salmon fish. They weren't tuna though. That is the best fish I have ever had. We made tacos out of
Mackerel?
them. Yes. Mackerel.
Man, you can catch mackerel anyway.
The deep fish, the ocean fish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only place I've ever caught them. But we literally like reeled one in. It was still flopping on the deck while I was eating.
Oh wait, you said colorful?
Yeah.
Was it green?
Greenish, yellow, blue.
That is a dolphin. Kind of got a flat
Yeah.
head. That's a dolphin.
Okay.
It's called a dolphin fish.
I was like 17.
Also known as a dorado.
Dorado. Yes, that's what the word I was looking for.
Because mackerel you can catch right at the fucking piers on the beach.
No, we were out and we had to troll for them because they're fast.
Yeah, that's a dorado.
But it was still flopping on the deck while I was eating it, and that is by far the best fish I've ever had in my life.
I think it's funny. We're always taught to make sure our food is cooked. We're over here eating fucking raw fish.
I eat raw meat a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Courtney thinks it's crazy, but like, especially like I won't eat store-bought beef raw. But local beef,
That's a whole different ballgame.
yeah, I'll eat that raw 9 times out of 10.
There's nothing wrong with eating raw food as long as you don't overdo it.
Well, splash a little bit of lime juice on there. The acidity sterilizes without cooking.
Even though lime juice can cook too.
So if you leave it long enough, well, everybody's like, oh, ceviche, and I'm like, you realize that's just raw food.
Yeah.
You sterilize it with lime.
Yep.
Been a lot of cool places, I think, man. I've been very fortunate with my career. It's taken me to Canada, Romania. I've been to 40 states, and all but 3 of those were with the Guard.
The only places that I got to go that was cool in the Army.
Definitely not Fort Stewart.
Yeah. Well, no, I love the fishing in Fort Stewart.
Oh, I bet. You know, if you ever find yourself down in the Little Rock area, the fishing on Camp Robinson, dude, nobody fishes it because it's a RTI, so it's an infantry house, sniper school, air assault, and then the recruiting school.
Yeah.
So nobody ever fishes out there. And when
That's
I was
because
down
everybody's in school. They're not allowed to go fishing.
there- Oh, I did when I was down there, but everybody wanted to go party in Little Rock or go to Memphis because the mileage pass allowed for Memphis. And so, dude, that was some of the best fishing. I had no idea what I was doing. But seriously, even on the cheap little Walmart kiddie paw like rod, it was awesome.
Something else that'll help you realize when you have a bite, just giving you a heads up.
Mhm.
When you're reeling in, I can't tell with that lightweight rod.
Always looks like it's hungry.
Truthfully, your best bet with that rod or with your other one, throw one of what they call a drop shot on.
Okay, so what's a drop shot?
Okay, you use a worm sort of like this, but at the very bottom, your worm is actually higher than the weight.
Okay.
Your weight is at the very bottom of your line, about a foot and a half down.
Yeah.
And you get your hook, and it literally bounces across the bottom.
That's what we use for perch fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Set up one hook instead of 5.
Yeah, just one instead of 5.
Like
So instead of a sabiki rig, which is what you're talking about, I know it from saltwater, calling it sabiki rig.
we just called it whatever the hell worked.
That too. You know that rig that works every time? Yeah!
Grab 5 or 6 on there. Hook it as far as you possibly can with a 6 or 7 ounce pyramid weight. You gotta get past the tide, like not past the tide, but past the swells. Let it sit, cool up, and come through, try to find a drop off.
The boat takes on a little bit of water. Nothing bad.
Now you can fish all day without turning on the bilge pump and still be fine.
I don't know, if it's starting to come into the boat like that, yeah. At that point, it's time to turn the bilge pump on. But then again, there is a lot more weight on here than what just me would have. Watch toes.
Safety out here, man.
Yes, sir. I mean, I could have.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Catch some more fish. That's the only thing I'd choose differently. Yeah, we're sitting about 12.5 foot water. And think about it, we've already fished this entire trip. From that corner all the way around. Not a single one. Yeah. I just wish you would have caught something.
I don't care about the catching.
Good company, good fun. That's all that really matters. Exactly. You want to push off another spot? Let's push off another spot because we're out of the cove now. Is that still good? Not filled back up again? Just double check for me. How fast? Yep. Water that's in the front of the boat, we'll put it back. We might need to go back to the dock.
Alright.
If it's coming in where you can hear it.
I think you can hear it kind of from the front back.
I think that was just the wave hitting the side.
Might as well work our way back towards it just in case.
Yeah, it's getting, I mean, it's already 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, these aren't, I don't, like I said, this is the second time I've been on this lake. know what that is over there. Like I said, that's where the main park is.
No-no zone.
Yep, I'll turn around. I don't feel like getting back in there.
Digging under, and help with it, your most likely live, got to be one of the best investments on a fishing boat.
Yes, sir. I wanted to put one on a kayak.
Oh yeah. It's a jet ski kayak.
Yes.
We took like an old 900 jet ski and just cut the transom out of it. Put foot controls on it.
Yeah, that's the reason I like this one though, is because it's all wireless.